Bonjour. Today we're going to be talking about la négation, about negation in French. Ne pas. Ne pas often translates to don't, do not, or not. It's kind of the general how to make a sentence negative phrase. And it goes around the conjugated verb. So I have a couple examples here. So our first example is je mange du popcorn. I eat some popcorn. If I want to make this sentence negative, I'm going to take my ne pas and put it around my conjugated verb, which is mange in this sentence. So ne will come before my verb and pas will come right after. So we'll change to je ne mange pas de popcorn. I don't eat any popcorn. Il porte un chapeau. He is wearing a hat. Again, to make this negative, ne pas goes around the conjugated verb, which in this sentence is going to be porte. So il ne, conjugated verb porte, and then pas. Il ne porte pas de chapeau. He is not wearing a hat. And lastly, nous fêtons Noël. We do celebrate Christmas. To make this negative, I'm going to take ne pas and put it around my conjugated verb, which is fêtons. It's going to become nous ne fêtons pas Noël. We don't celebrate Christmas. There are several other negative expressions that express a negative statement besides ne pas. So ne pas is probably the most used, but there are several other ones to express more specific negative statements. The first is ne jamais. Ne jamais. Ne jamais translates to never, and it also goes around the conjugated verb of the sentence. The opposite of ne jamais. So often you'll see in question and answer. So there's a couple of opposites of ne jamais. It's often souvent, which is often, toujours, always, or quelquefois, which is sometimes. Quelque, some, fois, times. Quelquefois, sometimes. Je mange souvent du popcorn. I often eat popcorn. Ne jamais again goes around the conjugated verb, which in this sentence is mange. So ne will come first, jamais will come after. Je ne mange jamais de popcorn. I never eat any popcorn. Il porte un chapeau quelquefois. He wears a hat sometimes. To make this negative, we have quelquefois, so we're going to use ne jamais as our opposite. Ne comes first, jamais comes after your conjugated verb. Il ne porte jamais de chapeau. He never wears a hat. Nous fêtons toujours Noël. We always celebrate Christmas. Toujours is our keyword for ne jamais, so ne will come before our conjugated verb, jamais after. Nous ne fêtons jamais Noël. We never celebrate Christmas. Another negative expression we have is ne plus. Ne plus. Ne plus translates to no longer or not anymore, and it also goes around the conjugated verb. You're going to see this same pattern pop up as we talk about negatives. The opposite of ne plus is often encore, which means still or again, or toujours when it means still. And you will know from the context of the conversation that you're having whether toujours means always or still. Je mange encore. I am still eating. To make this negative, I have encore, so I'm going to use ne plus. Ne comes first, plus comes after my conjugated verb. It becomes je ne mange plus. Je ne mange plus. I am not eating anymore. Il porte toujours le chapeau. He is still wearing the hat. Again, you will know if toujours means always or still based on the context of the conversation. Il porte toujours le chapeau. He is still wearing the hat. Il ne porte plus le chapeau. He is no longer wearing the hat. Ne plus goes around our conjugated verb. Nous entendons encore un bruit. We hear a noise again. Nous entendons encore un bruit. Nous n'entendons plus de bruit. We no longer hear any noise. Again, that ne plus goes around our conjugated verb. Entendons, nous n'entendons plus de bruit. Next is ne rien. Ne rien. Ne rien translates to nothing or not anything, and it also goes around the conjugated verb. The opposite of ne rien is often quelque chose, something, or a noun. Je mange quelque chose. Je mange quelque chose. I am eating something. To make this negative, ne is going to come before our conjugated verb, which is mange. Rien is going to come after. Je ne mange rien. I am not eating anything. Le roi porte de beaux vêtements. The king is wearing beautiful clothes. Here we have this noun. We're going to use ne rien as our opposite. Le roi ne porte rien. The king is not wearing anything. Nous entendons un bruit. We hear a noise. We're going to make this negative with ne rien and go around our conjugated verb entendons. Nous n'entendons rien. We hear nothing. Ne personne. It's our last negative expression for today. Ne personne. Ne personne translates to no one or not anyone, and it goes around the entire verb phrase. It's a little bit different. The verb phrase includes the conjugated verb, infinitives, and prepositions. So it goes in a completely different place. The opposite of ne personne is often quelqu'un, someone, qui, who, or a person, like a name. Je téléphone à ma maman. Je téléphone à ma maman. I am calling my mom. For ne personne, it's going around the entire verb phrase, which in this sentence includes the conjugated verb and the preposition à. So, je ne téléphone à personne. I am not calling anyone. Ne still comes before our conjugated verb, and then personne comes after the entire verb phrase, which includes prepositions. Il parle de qui? He's talking about whom? Il ne parle de personne. Ne personne, going around our entire verb phrase that includes the conjugated verb and the preposition. Il ne parle de personne. He is talking about no one. Nous allons rendre visite à nos cousins. We are going to visit our cousins. Here, our verb phrase includes a conjugated verb, an infinitive, and a preposition. And our ne personne is going to go around the entire verb phrase. So ne is going to go before, personne after. Nous n'allons rendre visite à personne. We are not going to visit anyone. Rien, personne can also be used as the subject of a sentence. Same thing in English. So, for example, rien n'est dans le placard. Nothing is in the closet. Right? Rien, my subject, nothing. Personne ne me téléphone. No one calls me. Right? Personne, no one. It's the subject of the sentence. Notice that even though rien, personne come at the beginning of the sentence, ne still goes before the conjugated verb. Rien n'est dans le placard. Personne ne me téléphone. We do not use pas because our negative expression is either rien or personne. We don't have to use pas. So this ne referring back to rien, this ne referring back to personne. Rien n'est dans le placard. Personne ne me téléphone. So let's recap a little bit. Here we have our phrase affirmative, right, our affirmative phrase, as well as our negative phrase. So if you have just a regular normal sentence, we're probably going to use ne pas to make it negative, right? If in a question we have souvent, toujours, or quelquefois, we're going to use ne jamais as our negative. If we have encore or toujours, meaning still, we're going to use ne plus. Quelque chose ou un nom, right? Using a noun, we're going to use ne rien if it's the object, or rien ne if it's the subject. And then for quelqu'un, qui, and une personne, we're going to use ne personne if it's the object, and personne ne if it is the subject of the sentence. So let's just do a little bit of practice. Here you can pause the video, répondez aux questions suivantes. I want you to go through and try to answer these questions. If it helps you, underline the keyword of the question so you know what negative phrase to use. And then once you're done with that, come back, press play, and I'll go through the answers with you. All right, welcome back. So let's go through some of these answers together. So for number one, We have manges-tu toujours de la dinde pour l'action de grâce? So we have do you always eat turkey for Thanksgiving? So we're starting out our answer with non. We know that toujours, so always, the opposite is going to be ne jamais, and it's going to go on our conjugated verb. So non, je ne mange jamais de dinde pour l'action de grâce. Right? So changing our subject to je, so no, I never eat any turkey for Thanksgiving. De parles-tu encore à ton ami Pierre? So are you still speaking to your friend Pierre? Encore, our negative is going to be ne plus. It's going to go on our conjugated verb. So non, je ne parle plus à mon ami Pierre. So no, I no longer speak to my friend Pierre. Toi, veux-tu aller au café avec moi? Here, we're just going to use ne pas to make it negative, and ne pas is going to go on our conjugated verb, which is veux. Non, je ne veux pas aller au café avec toi. No, I don't want to go to the cafe with you. 4. Quelque chose est sur le bureau. Here, our keyword is quelque chose, and it's the subject of our question. So, rien needs to be the subject of our answer. Non, rien n'est sur le bureau. Now, we do not use pas because this no is referring back to rien. Non, rien n'est sur le bureau. Et 5. Il y a quelqu'un avec elle. Quelqu'un is a keyword, so we use ne personne as on our entire verb phrase. So non, il n'y a personne avec elle. Ne coming before our pronoun and conjugated verb, and personne coming afterward. Non, il n'y a personne avec elle. No, there is no one with her. I hope this video helps you just a little bit more with the different negative expressions in French. And if you have any questions, you can leave a comment. Thanks. Au revoir.